here tonight. Special KOF shout out to the homeboys at Dream Cancel.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Dream Cancel podcast, and this is episode 118 of Dream Cancel Live. My name is Desmond, administrator of DreamCancel.com. In this episode, we are talking about the King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match Rollback Netcode beta that we've been currently testing for the past week or two, and a lot of people are just extremely excited about it. And as of right now, the test is continuing for 32-bit systems. At first it was just for 64-bit, and now it's for 32-bit systems. And we're very, very excited to kind of talk about our experience during the beta and what we have been kind of noticing and sharing. And we'll talk about some events or an event that has actually used the beta. And we will also go into some things about, maybe kind of speculating on, how the community will grow as far as, the player base goes with the rollback. And maybe even talk about, what games may we want to have rollback next. So thank y'all so much for listening right now. We really appreciate it. If you're watching the archive or replay on YouTube, feel free to give us a like, subscribe if you are if you like the episode, and also in the chat, or in the comments, go right ahead and tell us what you think of the beta. What do you your experiences that you have been experiencing in the beta, good or bad. Feel free to share feedback. Go ahead and share your experiences on if you've been playing people of different countries and stuff like that. So just go in and share with us how much you will like. So yeah, let's go straight into it. Be sure to become a Patreon to get our videos early, or just to support and get our t-shirts as well, and visit our Discord. So without further ado, let's introduce the discussion panel for this episode. Oh man. We got DZ. DZ, what's good, bro?
Hey, Desmond, what's going on?
Oh man, doing good. Can you remind everyone where you are currently located?
I am in Philadelphia. Pretty much, I'd say maybe one of
You there, DZ? You there? Oh shit. Oh wait, yeah, let's get back to DZ in a second. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. We'll get back to you. Yo, Rome, are you there, Rome?
Yo, what's up, man? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. DZ, you still there?
Did I cut out for a bit? My bad.
Yeah, good man.
I think the computer's still doing updates. All right, I think it's done.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, we'll get back to you real quick, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. What's good, Rome? How you doing, bro?
Yo, man, I'm great, dude. I'm feeling good. I just defeated Art of Fighting 2, so I'm on top of the world right now, bro.
Okay, that's
on top of the world.
Oh, nice, dude. That game is hard, bro.
Yeah, no, it took me 3 weeks, but we did it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're big chilling though, man.
Very, very good. I remember watching you play. Yo, you was mad stuck on King. King was like really frustrating you.
Look, man, I don't know my life expectancy. I just know it's shorter now because of that game.
Oh, okay.
That's all I can say. I don't know how long I was supposed to live, but I'm sure Art of Fighting shaved off a good 4 or 5 years.
Oh
So,
man. Oh no.
here we are, man. We out here though.
Oh,
Glad to be
good.
on the podcast again, Desmond. Appreciate you as always, man.
Oh man, yo, appreciate you, man, and we'll talk a little bit about the event you ran, man, for 2K2UM, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
Sure.
Yo, let's see what's up, Kenchi Himura from Ohio. You there, bro?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay, just typical day for me, playing KOF, doing the podcast, same old.
That's what's
I'm
up.
here.
Okay, cool, great, man. Good to have you here. From Jersey, yo, freaking Marco Polo. What is up?
What's good, everybody? You know who I am. Good. Can't really complain. Playing Persona, and I'm glad to be here. You guys already know I'm a big Persona dude. If you guys don't like it, too bad. But yeah, but it's good. It's good to be back. Last time I did podcast was like, what, earlier this year or late last year? It's been a while.
It has. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It has been a while since we have done a podcast, but we'll try to make it more frequent. But yeah, it's good to have you on here like always, man, because you've been on here for a while, man, for a very, very long time. So thank you so much. Next, yo, in maybe Kenchi's house, I don't know. Dinjin Loops.
Yeah.
Dinjin, you there?
Yo, what's up, Desmond? And that is correct. I am literally one floor above Kenshi.
Oh, sweet. All right, cool, man. Nice. Yeah. I wanted to get your perspective on this too, man. So yeah, I'm glad you're here.
I appreciate you bringing me to the podcast, guys. Thank you.
All right, cool. And also, yo, correct me if I'm wrong on your location, Juno, but you're based out in Oregon, correct?
Nah, I'm in Los Angeles.
You in LA? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sweet, man. Cool. Good to have you on here, man. I would like to
thanks.
hear your viewpoint on the beta. We'll get into that real soon. And yo, Kenchi, no, excuse me, DZ. I keep getting y'all names mixed up. I don't know why. DZ, yo, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool, man. How you been?
Doing all right. Just taking things one day at a time,
Okay.
as best we can be in these trying times.
Okay. Yeah, I remember earlier, man, like I thought like you were like hella lost in thought, man. I thought you was about to like throw us
I think so. Basically, my Discord froze for like a split second because I had to push like one more Windows update through.
Okay.
And yeah, so I guess it just picked that particular frame to get me stuck up. But I'm good now. I'm
okay.
good.
Okay. I got worried. I'm like, damn, he about to lay it on us, man.
No.
I'm
good.
All right.
I was
cool.
like, let me finish this update before I put the camera back on, just in case that happens again.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Fair enough. All right, cool. But yo, let's get it right into it, man. Without any further ado, man. So, dude, yo, we got rollback for 2K2UM, man. Did any of y'all think this was possible, man? Like, what are y'all like thoughts?
For a long time.
Oh man,
A really long time.
honestly,
I thought it was
bro.
possible. I just didn't know if it was gonna happen. I just didn't know. It just really came out of left field.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Yeah.
Didn't think about it. Didn't think about O2 getting. Didn't cross my mind. And I guess that was a good thing, right? Because it just really came out of nowhere and it just caught us off. And I was like, "Yo, that's what's up."
Right.
Like Kaiser saying in the chat, yeah, it was a good surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Juno? I think you tried to chime in.
I wasn't expecting it at all, but I remember I think a week beforehand you were talking about seeing some activity in the Steam, the Steam report or something.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, and I was like, after you said that, I was like, what else can it be? That's a wrap. It's gonna be rollback.
Word. Okay. Yeah. Same here, dude. When I actually I knew about that through Twitter. Someone else posted that on Twitter, and then I started looking at it myself, and I was just like, it can't be nothing else. Like, what else could it be? The game runs okay, and I was like, it was so bad, like how I was kind of denying what it may be. I was like, man, maybe it's something to do, with like, the Amazon gaming port or something. Maybe they're trying to, get some resources from the Steam game and bring it to that or something. I don't know. I was thinking all kinds of like crazy stuff, but I'm glad that it is what I kind of thought it would be, but I didn't want to get my hopes up. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, my senses went off. My Spire sense went off with that one.
Good. What about you, Kenchi? What did you think?
What I thought about the beta?
What you thought about like if it was going to happen or not, like the whole like likelihood of like the us getting rollback.
Never thought we were gonna get it. It was not in my wildest dreams. I didn't even think the 64-bit update meant anything on the Steam client. I was like, it's nothing. I'll be happy to see if we get a console port, but like that was my thoughts then. When they announced the rollback though, I was jumping for joy. I'm not even gonna lie. I was so happy. I screamed. When I woke up, I seen it. I was like, holy shit, they did it.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into all our like initial like thoughts on the surprise announcement in a little bit. But yeah, I feel you 100%, Kenchi. What about you, Marco? Did you think it was possible at all, or like did you kind of like you had an inkling?
Oh man. Honestly, with the way how 15 was, I didn't think it was possible. I thought it was a myth. I really think 15's a myth because we're supposed to find out. I'm like, you know what? They're not gonna do anything because you hear so many complaints about netcode with Sam Show, netcode with 14, netcode with other games, but this honestly was just like out of nowhere. It was just like, you know what? Let me give you guys something. Let's just give rollback, and it was a great investment because it got us KOF players, like you, Kenchi, like all of us here that's been playing for a while, as well as also having newcomers and people trying out the game, which is a great thing to have. Like, who would have thought that a game that we can consider now retro, you see on stream, like over 200 to 300 views, all because it has rollback and people are enjoying it. Like, I hear so many people saying, I love this game to a point like winning or losing, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm having so much fun, and that's what rollback does. Right. So yeah, it took me off guard. I think it's safe to say it took everybody off guard because we always wanted a KOF SNK game because we had Garu, we had like Samsho 5 SP, but it's kind of like nobody wanted to go with 5K. No, everybody was talking about, oh, what about 13? What about like 14? But when it came to 02UM, it's like, wow, this is the game that really, really launched everything, and it's been good so far. Like, good stuff, good shit, guys. Are you surprised the fuck out of me? I really thought that 15 was already a myth, and I was losing hope. But 02UM, you guys made me a believer.
To chime in real quick on what Marco said, I remember when they dropped 97 GM, and I was like, this is great, but I was like, I know 97 is not as popular as like 98 or 02 or even 13 is in America. So I was like, this is great that 97 is getting it. But I was like, man, what if like a 98 or 02 got it? So when UM got it, I was like, oh, that's it. Jackpot, baby. We're in there.
I kind of consider like 97 GM kind of like the test, like a test to to see if like Code Mystics can put it in a a KOF game, and I thought it was a pretty good test. And then they put it in Garo, and then 5 Special, Sam Show 5 Special, and then Last Blade 2. And I was like, oh man, I have a feeling 02UM, maybe 98UM is next, but I don't know. Like, I wasn't too sure. I remember like reading some tweets that Code Mystics put out saying how hard it might be, but they didn't say like hell no. They didn't say it was impossible. It's tougher, without getting into any kind of confidential information. It's a little more tougher. And I was like, okay, we'll see. And then when I saw the Steam DB, I was like, oh man, I don't know what it is. Maybe we'll definitely have to wait for the official word. But when the official word came out, what did y'all think, man? I know Kenshi, you was excited. Ninja Loops, what did you think when you saw that official announcement from SNK Twitter about the rollback?
Oh boy. First thing I saw when the day they announced it, I was like tagged my Twitter, Facebook, Discord, everything was like notifying me because people know I love 02. I flew out of bed yelling "Holy shit!" at the top of my lungs, just like Kenshi did. It was just like it was just so overwhelming just to actually see this happen, unexpected. Not in a million years would I have ever assumed that this was going to be a project. Never. You couldn't even convince me without proof. But lo and behold, there it is. And now we're getting like actual full rollback netcode for 02UM. It's still just blows my mind.
Right. What did you think, DZ?
I was like half surprised because like going back to what Rome said about 97 being the test. I mean, it wasn't a test for me because I grinded the hell out of that game for like a year and a half. But when I saw that they patched Garo for it, I was like, okay, so they could retroactively go back and add rollback to a game. And I was like, okay, if they can do that, they could definitely do it for the UMs. Maybe not for 13 or for 14 because Code Mystics didn't like initially work on those netcodes. But I was like, okay, anything that Code Mystics did prior, they could definitely do it if they could do it to Garo. So for me, it was more like when they were going to do it, not necessarily if. I just wasn't expecting it at that moment. So I was pleasantly surprised when it did pop up. But you know, but like I have full faith that it was going to eventually happen. I just didn't know when they were going to pull the trigger on that.
Cool. Well said. Rome, what did you think of the announcement?
I was, I guess, in the same camp of like half surprised. But that's only because I've been hearing like little rumblings of it, you know, throughout the week. I remember coming to your stream, Desmond, and someone mentioned it to you, and you were talking about it, and I was like, well, it was fresh in my mind, but I was genuinely surprised when I did see the tweet. I was like, oh snap, okay, it's confirmed. It's not just like, you know, random Reddit user or random 4chan user number 5,000 saying, oh yeah, we're gonna get KOF15 tomorrow, right? Like it wasn't just that guy. It was an actual written SNK posted, here it is, you know, 02UM rollback. And I remember being happy. And I know I've been a little vocal on Twitter because I'm not like the biggest fan of 02UM, but I love KOF as a whole. And I do love the game. It's just not my favorite KOF. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm glad this KOF is getting, because it is a great game, despite the few gripes I have with it. It is a great KOF game, and I do love it. And I'm like, this is good for the community. We need this. And once again, in the back of my mind, I'm like, if we got this, and we got 97 and Garo and Samsho in the past, like DZ said, that means this can be done for pretty much everything, you know? So it's like, that's still in the back of my mind. Okay, we got UM now. Who's to say maybe in a few months or so we get another KOF, right? Or another SNK game. So it's like, this just means this is better regardless for me. And that was my thought on it when, like, as soon as I saw the tweet, I'm like, this is great for the community, you know?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Juno, what did you think of the announcement, man? How did you feel?
I was pretty much like half surprised. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Since we were like talking about it before, and we got the rollback for Garo and Last Blade too.
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah. I was generally happy. You know, I played the game before in the past, and I've dealt with the you know, I put up with the delay netcode, and
God bless you.
yeah, sometimes I put up with it, and I would just be like, you know, I really want to play this game, but I'll just play it, whatever. But every time I played it, it's just like this kind of regret. You know, I just had this like regret. I'm like, man, I didn't really learn anything. And then when I started playing the rollback, I'm just like, wow, I'm actually improving. This is great. You know, it generally made me happy, and I hope it happens for you know, people who really like 98. I hope it gets for 98 and 13 as well. Okay. And it seems that it's been the reception of it has been really good. It seems like everyone loves it, and it's gotten a whole ton of new players. I've seen a bunch of people who I never thought would be playing KOF.
I know, right? Yeah. We'll talk about a little bit of that later. That just kind of that just popped into my head too about something to talk about real quick. All right, let's move forward, and why don't we talk about the first day? All right, now the announcement was on a Monday, right? And like, man, it was from Monday to Thursday. those are like the longest days ever for me. You know, those are the longest days because I just wanted to play so bad. I was so excited when I heard the announcement. You know, but what was y'all experiences on the very first day? With the rollback. So why don't we start with Rome? Were you available on that first day? The very first day?
Yeah. But you know what? I spent most of the first day just supporting you guys. I was watching your stream like most of the first day, so I didn't really play until like day 2. I was watching you. I was watching Marco stream. I was watching a few streams. The Nerd Josh. I was watching those guys play because I really wanted to see. I actually lost sleep because I came in from work, and you were like up and on it, Desmond. Like as soon as I came in from work, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna just watch Desmond play for like the next few hours. So I was really just supporting you guys. And when I saw how I was, I'm like, wow, this is perfect. You know, when you played that, you played a guy from Russia, and it wasn't too bad. And I was like, there it is. You know?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Oh
yeah.
We'll get into that later, man. Oh man.
So, yeah, that was usually like my first day. It was just watching everyone play it and just like going to various streams and seeing who was playing the game.
Okay. All right. Cool. Kenchi, what about you? How was your first day? And it doesn't have to be day 1. It could just be the whatever day you was able to.
Okay, because my day 1 was spent on a plane flying to Vegas. But
yeah, that's right. That's right.
I didn't get back until the 5th, so that was technically my first day playing. And it was great. I just hopped on, and like I didn't even have to ask for matches. People would just join, or I could just find people. And I thought, wow, this is not like most SNK games.
Yeah,
I usually have to organize a match, but it was kind of nice to just be able to hop on and play with whoever. There was some desync messages, but we never actually desynced like on my end that first day. So, well, the 5th.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny because like I did the Kim's stomp kicks, his air stomp kicks, and it popped up with that message.
Yeah.
And Purist was still going in on me, and I'm like, I thought we desynced. What the hell? And he was like, oh no, usually it doesn't desync. It just lets you know it might have desynced. And I'm like, oh, well then. So it was fun. I definitely enjoyed it. It was nice to come back to because I was, constantly playing offline. So it was like, at least I can kind of play an enjoyable experience online now that I'm home.
Okay. Good. That's good to hear. That's very, very good to hear. Yeah, I know what you meant about that glitch, man. That Kim glitch, dude. That was something, dude. That was definitely something.
Yeah, just like glitch game.
yeah, it was crazy. DZ, what was your experience on the first day or whichever day you started?
So I had to work the first few days of the beta, and by the time I got home from work, I was just like, I don't really feel like playing a fighting game right now. So I've kind of missed like the first like 2 or 3 days, which is actually good because it worked out most of the initial kinks that I've been hearing about. So the first day I actually got to play, I actually had an issue where I was stuck in full screen mode, like I was changing resolution and it just wouldn't go back or anything.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I prefer to play my PC games windowed just in case I need to tab out or anything. But once I just said screw it, play full screen. Like I actually got online. I played a guy who was in what country was he from? I want to say the Ukraine.
Ooh.
And it was like it hiccuped maybe like once or twice, but it was generally clean. Like it felt like the guy was sitting next to me and we were playing.
Wow.
So it. Like that pretty much told me, like, okay, this is pretty much the same rollback that they used for 97. Because after playing 97 online for so long, I was like, okay, so this is gonna be like 97, but people actually play this game. So I was just like, I was like, people actually play this game outside of like the hardcore crowd that plays like the 998s and 02s and et cetera, et cetera. So so it's all good. Like I didn't have to wait long to find games. When the games I got, I think I desynced from like one person. I don't think it was a desync. I think it was a full disconnect. Like I think our connection just kind of didn't agree. I'm like around like 3 or 4, and we just disconnected. But
yeah,
that was like the only time I can remember disconnecting from someone. I think otherwise my matches were all clean, no matter where they were from. Like the sweet spot for ping is usually around like 150 or less.
Okay.
At least in my personal experience. Anything above that, it kind of gets a little wonky. But mind you, you could be like across the Atlantic and still get 150 or like 140, 130, something like that. So yeah, it's very playable for me. I enjoy it myself.
Cool. That's good to hear. Very, very good to hear. And man, yeah, that like playing people in different countries, dude, that's wild, and it feels nice at the same time. You know,
I can't even play someone in Cali on KOF13.
Ooh,
To play across an ocean, that felt good.
Word. That's what's up. That's what's up. Juno, how was your first day with the rollback netcode beta?
I think I'm trying to remember. I think I streamed it the first morning it got released, around 10, and I think I played against Neo and a few other people. We're kind of just testing things out, but I generally stayed with people inside the U.S. and Canada mostly. I think I played a few people from Mexico, and it still felt really clean. And I don't know, it kind of feels like better than Fightcade almost.
Ooh, okay. That's a very like, you know, praiseworthy thing to say.
Yeah, I feel like if they tweak it a little bit more, it might be better.
Ooh, okay.
I second Juno. It definitely feels better than Fightcade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And oh yeah, the bugs and stuff, that was hilarious. I didn't care about that really.
Yeah, I knew those would be hashed away, but it was still, you know, trippy, you know.
It was just something hilarious that happened. Like I didn't care much about it.
Yeah,
like getting your Shiro punch, like ending the game, and the Kim kicks.
Wow.
Yeah, that was just a fun experience, but yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Okay. Marco Polo, how was your first day or time with the rollback netcode beta?
No problem. I didn't really start on the first day. I was honestly just what Roms, I was watching you and everybody else grind and stream that game. I just didn't have the time to, like, you know, stream as much because, you know, I recently started, like, you know, work, like 2 jobs and everything else. So I was really, really busy, you know, the social work life. But when I got to stream, I saw messages on my Steam, but like, we need to play, and I'm kind of stupid. I'm kind of like a little bit dumb because I don't know how to read messages on Steam. I learned that 2 days ago, so bear with me. So you know, and then when I streamed, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stream KOF, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, 80 to 90 people. I'm like, where the hell do you all come from? Like, that's weird. So honestly, it was a good experience because, you know, it seemed like, you know, old school, you know, like the people have been playing KOF for quite a long time, as well as newcomers asking questions. And then, like, the following week, I remember Nerd Josh, Li Joe, they were saying, Marco, can you please play with me? I need to learn this game. And I was just playing with them on stream, and they were asking me questions. And it's really good, you know, because you have, like, you know, high caliber, you know, longtime players, as well as, you know, TOs and streamers such as like Nerd Josh and Li Joe trying out the game and encouraging people, you need to play this game. And that's really, really helpful because from there you had like Kizzy K trying to play this game. He's talking about how Ignis should be legal, and I'm like, you're an idiot. But, you know. And then after that, like, you know,
we don't do that here.
Exactly. So he was like, look at this button. I'm like, stop. All right, but like, it was overwhelming. You know, I didn't expect, like, you know, the love and support that everybody had for this game. I really didn't expect like you know, so many people watching us, you know, just for a game that I can't really say we have to call 02UM retro. How crazy is that? Like,
yeah,
people watching, yeah, that's like insane.
Right.
And so, you know, like, I streamed, people enjoyed it, and, you know, one of the things that I liked the most was that all of us here literally took the time and be like, you guys don't got the game, don't worry about it, we got you. And we actually bought copies and handed them out to people. And I think that's honestly a great thing why I love the KO community so much, because the way how I see it is like, you know, you guys want to try the game, don't worry, we got you, try it. If you try the game, that's great. That's all we want. Win or lose, if you like it, great, keep playing it. If not, then it's fine, at least you tried it. So I like the fact how we all came together for this. And rollback is just like I'm saying. Like once you go rollback, you don't want to go back. Like that's it. Like that's it. It's game over. Like good games to like me with Sim Show, me with anything. Good games like
Yeah.
OTUM. Yeah, that's where we're at.
So you played.
It was a good timing too, because it was like $5 for the game, I think.
It was, yeah, it was on sale. Yeah, I was going to mention that too.
Yep.
But Marco, so you play Nerd Josh. Where is he based out in? Is he West Coast or where is he?
He's in Cali. He's in Cali.
And how was y'all two's connection?
Dude, it felt like he was literally right next to me.
Okay, wow.
And then I played Gil from Scotland.
Yes.
Gil stole my ride.
Yes.
And it felt really, really good. The crazy part was that I played one of the people I know in Mexico. He's a Samsho player, and he used to like dabble with KOF back in the day. Kaiser knows him. The name Angel Freak. He's in Mexico, and literally, we played for an hour and a half, and sorry for my language, that shit felt mad clean. Like I felt like he was next to me.
Wow.
But the craziest part was I think Kaiser was on the stream. I think it was a day or 2 days ago. Me and Arturo, we played 3 MS. That was
Really? And where's he?
Yeah.
Where's he live again?
He's in New York, and
Wow.
I'm in Jersey.
And what input delay did y'all use?
0.
Wow. And it felt just like offline, right?
Yup.
Yeah, normally people
Kaiser,
even in the same city,
Kaiser
like-
was there.
Yeah.
Kaiser, I don't know. I know Emil, VCO. I don't know if Juno, if you saw the stream, but like literally, it's on Twitter. Like that's exactly how it felt. Like 2 to 3 MS ping. Like you can't beat that.
Wow. Wow. What you was gonna say, DZ?
I was saying normally, like even in the same city, you still get teamed. Like getting 3 milliseconds, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yo,
'cause-
DZ, love. I'm not kidding you. I was just mind blown. Like this can't be real. But it
No, I was
felt
there.
like-
I was watching. I
Yeah.
was just as blown away as you guys were. I was just like 3 milliseconds. Like when I do a speed test and it pings a server in like New Jersey from Philly, I get like 11. So it's like you got 3. How the hell did you do that?
Wow.
Beautiful. I think the lowest I've ever gotten was 8. I played with Pulse, who lives out in Virginia.
Wow.
And I was just playing him on stream a few minutes ago, but we played the other night and we had 8. That was like the lowest I've ever gotten, was like around 8 or so. And I mean, that was like, wow.
Damn.
8? Like, what more can you ask for, dude? 0 immediately hit that 0 frames immediately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's impressive. That's really, really impressive. Dinjin, what about you? How was your first day with the rollback beta?
Oh boy. So
wait, hold on. You was with Kenshi.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you were in Vegas too, right? That's right.
Yeah.
I was flying out on a plane out to Vegas with Kenshi as well. We didn't get to do it until we got back. Like that was like the 4th or 5th day of the beta.
Yeah.
But regardless of using it, it worked out fantastic. But I'm going to go ahead and say I 100% agree with pretty much everything that these guys have previously said. I would pretty much just be repeating myself. The netcode has been fantastic. I've been able to connect with people like we all know Staz, Astral Soul Spark, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I am 100% unable to connect to Staz on the standard netcode. We can't even connect. It's that bad. But with the rollback netcode, we were able to play together properly for the first time, and it was absolutely amazing. And that just goes to show like how the quality of the netcode is that Code Mystics has actually worked on. There's nothing I can really say right now that you guys haven't said already, that just to verify just how good that netcode is.
Yeah, I agree, man. Code Mystics, they are blessed with the skills. I will definitely say. Yeah, clap it up. Indeed. But yeah, my first day was a lot of fun. I ran into the Kim glitch that got patched out pretty fast. I played someone from Russia. That was interesting. We had a ping of like 225, and that's like my threshold. Even on like when I used to play on like other little platforms and stuff like that. Like that's my threshold. It's like 200 or whatever. And when I played them, yeah, it was a little expectedly choppy, but it was still playable. And we had like 1 or 2 desyncs and stuff like that. But that was playable. And then I think later that day, I played Gil Stole My Ride, who is the administrator of the 2K2UM Discord server. He lives in Scotland. Yeah, and that ping was like 150, 160, kind of quavering.
Sounds about right.
Up and down a little bit, and I put it on 2 frames, and yeah, that was a good match. That was a good set. And I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I can play with him all the time now. And I remember playing some other people. I remember playing some people locally, putting it on zero frames.
Didn't you play with Fronell, if I'm not mistaken, as well?
Yeah. That was a few days after too, and that was like 160. It was almost the same feeling as when I was playing with Gil in Scotland. That was pretty good. And I also played I don't know if you ever seen him, Yamazaki 96. He lives in United Arab Emirates. Y'all know where that is? That's like Middle East
I know
area.
the country, but the name's like vaguely familiar. I'm trying to ping it.
He's on Twitter a little bit, but I played him. I ran into him online, and that ping was like 220, and we had I used like 2 frames of input delay, and he put his to like 2 or 3, and that was a good set too. A little choppy, but still playable. It wasn't to the point where I was really complaining too much. But yeah, like I said before, 200 is kind of like my threshold.
Right.
And that was very, very good. My first few days was pretty good, and I'm glad that Code Mystics hashed out and stumped out all the bugs and fixed out all all the all the desyncs and stuff like that. So big props to them. Rome, you did a tournament, man, recently with the beta. Can you share with us how it went for you?
So I wanted to do something because once I saw there was a timestamp on the beta that we was having it for a few days, I was like, man, I wonder if we can try and do a tournament for this game. Because me and Marco and shout outs to Monta, us three, pretty much, we've been trying to figure out something. We're like, we want to do KOF, we want to do 13, we want to do FE and O2, pretty much those three. We were like, we were going to go to Parsec route, but once everything got announced for this game having rollback, I'm like, this is perfect. So then once I saw it was a timestamp on it, I was like, okay, we only have about a week and a half, and I was like, I usually do my tournaments on either Saturdays or Sundays, so I was like, you know what, let's see if we can try something this Saturday. I know it was like real last minute, but I'm like, if we can get even like an 8-man bracket, I don't care. I don't really care how much we get, as long as we can like try, because this was like a beta for everything, not just the game, but running a bracket off of Discord, you know what I mean? Like running, like to make kind of have like makeshift lobbies, because the game doesn't have like a lobby system. So this was like, we're going to try this out for everything, not just the game, but doing a tournament in this way, having it ran in this type of format and stuff like that. And I gotta say, I think overall it ran pretty well. I mean, there's a few things that can be worked out, but the game was fine. Like the core game itself was fine. The only issues was like, with Discord, certain people do live streams, and if their computers are not strong enough, it's gonna come out a little choppy. So we had a few issues like that where there was some people, but other than that, we'd go to the next player, and then you would see the viewing perfectly fine. We had we're gonna boost the servers. So next time I do something like this, the servers would be a lot stronger. So people that have weaker computers, hopefully it'll help them out. But I think overall, once people understood how to go live on Discord and how to actually use that to show their screen, things started to move. And as for the game, I asked the players, and they all said it was fairly well. Like it wasn't, because Discord Live does take a bit of your GPU resource, but from what I was told, outside of that one really bad match that was on stream, you know the one I'm talking about, with Freddie and Quits was his name. That was hilarious. It was like 40 rollbacks, dude. I was losing.
Do y'all know why it was? Were they just really far apart? Was somebody using Wi-Fi? What was going on?
We don't know. Like honestly, we looked at the ping and everything else, and Freddie has fiber. Like there was no way it was him whatsoever. This guy. Quit. I'm sorry to put you on blast, but his was really the upload and download was beyond atrocious. So Rome, we had to say like, I'm sorry. Hopefully you watch, but like we had to DQ him. Like Freddie.
We DQ'd him.
So he was on Wi-Fi. The other guy?
That's the thing. We don't know because the way how the upload and download, it looked like he was on Wi-Fi, but the problem is we don't have an indicator. Me personally, I felt like he was on Wi-Fi because that upload and download speed was, because I remember Bodega Classic on PC, that was not wired whatsoever. But you know, Rome being nice, because Rome is always a nice guy, he put him in losers, and from what people said when they played him, they had a good connection. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I really don't know as to what it could have been. But all I know when it was with Freddy, it just wasn't. It wasn't good.
Yeah, it was rough on stream. But the thing is, the other people said that it was fine because I asked them. I said, "Look, I said I don't want to be the guy to DQ you completely, but I'm like, if your connection is this bad, if one more person said, yo, it's not good to play, I would be like, sorry, bro, I can't. You know, I've had issues in the past because I've ran Samurai Showdown brackets in the past where people have played on Wi-Fi, you know, and you could clearly tell they're on Wi-Fi. And it's like, look, I don't want to DQ you, but I can't have you ruining the integrity of this tournament, right? Even though this is a beta, but other people that played him, they said it was fine. I had him play some people that weren't in bracket, just like, you know, do a casual match, and they said it felt fine. So for whatever reason it was, him and Freddy just couldn't. I guess I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a distance thing or a connection thing, but for him and Freddy, they couldn't play each other. But when he played other people, even actually Denjin, can you attest to that? I know you actually beat him in bracket. How was it when you?
By
guys
the
played?
way, Denji, you made the highlight reel with that Chris combo. Oh my god, I was popping the fuck
that was
off.
sick.
I
That
was
was
like, yo, you madman, you motherfucking madman. I
That
just
was
popped
sick.
off.
but how was it, Denjin? Let me ask you because I never really got a chance to ask you. You beat him. I know to send him home. Was it like, you know, how was the connection? Was it at least playable?
All right, two things real quick. One, responding to Marco, thank you. I had to do what I had to do. Second of all, that was Quitzy we're talking about, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, my connection with him was fantastic. We had no lag, no delay, like nothing, no input delay of what I could even speak of. Like the connection was just as phenomenal as it was with other people I tested it with. You know, like we had no issues. There's nothing I can even think of. There was no like rollback issues. The frames were actually like on point, like almost felt local.
Wow. Yeah, so maybe it was like some sort of ISP conflict or something.
I don't know.
I've heard of that being a thing where like you have two really good connections, but the ISPs just don't like each other, and it just goes kaput. Like it's rare, but I've seen it happen.
Wow,
That's
interesting
it
as
was,
hell, man.
The rollback frame, it said 34. It was going high. I was, if you haven't seen the VOD, check it out. I was corpsing. I'm glad I didn't have my camera. I was cracking up on the other side.
I think I was just like, you know, ranting, knowing me. I was probably just like, what the hell is this shit? Like, you know me, like when I call it as it is, I call it as it is. But like, it could be ISP issues. I don't even know what the hell ISP is, but we take those. But yeah.
But just to wrap up, Des, though, like overall things went pretty well, and like, you know, we had a little bit of delays only because people didn't really know how to use that method of streaming their matches. But once people got to like the middle of the second bracket, it started like the bracket was moving so smooth because people started learning, okay, I have to go to Discord, I have to mute my mic, I have to make sure these are my settings, and then I just got to click the live button. So once people really got that down, it ran pretty well. Like, and I can't wait to do more of these in the future. You know, if we never get like a lobby system or whatever, like I'm gonna do more of these in the future for O2UM and for any other KOF game that gets rolled back. If there's interest, you know, so as long as people are getting used to it, I think it's, you know, it's fun, man. And I'm glad. I hope people have fun. I had fun watching it, you know, and a lot of people seem to like it competing. So, and it was, you know, it was an overall good show for what it was.
I need to enter next time. The only reason I didn't is because I didn't know if I had to work that day or not. And then I found out, like, I think you closed registration right after I found out I wasn't working that day. And I'm just like, God damn it.
So Rome, do you think the method of using Discord with, you know, the live streaming feature, do you think that will kind of hold us down because we don't have any kind of like reliable or any kind of like lobbies or spectator mode for the game? Like, can someone just like run like you know, or organize people to meet up in the Discord server, have people share their screen or game, and then someone stream it that way? Do you think that's like kind of like a plausible thing to do now that you have like successfully ran your tournament, or do you think we should just wait?
Well, are you talking about just UM, right? Not like any other game, or
just UM for now. Yeah.
Okay. I think this is probably the best method we can do. The only other real option, honestly, is Parsec, and Parsec is like, if you're gonna do a parsec bracket, you're best like limit it to your region. That's why I'm glad the rollback came out, because if me, Marco, Monta were to run parsec, I wouldn't be able to do like, hey, anyone can join from America, right? I would have to be like, oh, this is a KOF13 parsec only, East Coast bracket. I can't do Midwest. I can't do West Coast or just anywhere in America because it's just too finicky with parsec. Parsec is when it works and it's fun. I use parsec a lot for casual games, but for fighting games, I think this is like for games that don't have a lobby. I think this is pretty much the only method. The only other option would be, matches not being streamed, just running a bracket without, and let's be honest, no one's gonna want to watch, no one's gonna care about a tournament that's not like streamed, right? You always want to see a match streamed. So it's like this is the only method, and like I said, it's not perfect,
Yes.
But I think for what it is, it worked really well, and as long as the matches weren't affected, like the people playing were fine, that's really what it is. If the stream is at 30 frames per second, it's like it's a little rough, but you can still follow and see what's going on. But at least the players aren't affected, and that's the main thing. The players need to play at the best possible way that they can. I don't want anything to affect them. And it seems like overall everyone said it was good. So
were they able to share their game sound? Because I remember watching a stream for like a split second, and I just heard like just a commentary. I didn't hear like the game sound from the feed. Was y'all able to do that in the rest of the stream?
So this is what I had to tell everybody to do, and some people who's on this call right now, aka Dungeon Loops, did not want to listen to the rules. But
don't put my business out there.
So the rules is like what you have to do when you live stream. Just make sure your setting is default, right? So your audio has to be default. We can hear the audio, but I just have to adjust it, lower or higher for the stream. So if you play like Dingeon plays, and I play too without music. I don't, because I usually have my own music in the background. So like if Dingeon Loops was on stream and I was watching his live stream, he doesn't play with music. He just has sound effects on. So that's why there was some matches that didn't have sounds, or the volume was really low because people turned the volume down low, or like in his case, you just hear the sound effects. So I was like, well, there's no music. I'm gonna just play random anime music in the background while we're doing this bracket. And that's why you may have walked in and seen that or whatever. But you can hear the sound though. It's just, make sure the person that you're watching the live stream from, make sure that their audio is at default so that you can adjust it. Because if their audio is too low, you can't go any higher or any lower. You get what I'm trying to say is like you need their audio to be default, and then you can adjust it to the stream, for the viewers at home.
Okay.
So,
okay, fair enough, man. But yeah, thank you so much for doing that. Really, really, really appreciate the effort. It looked like it ran pretty well, and I hope pretty soon, in the future, SNK can enable like full lobbies with spectator support. That'll be really, really, really helpful. Because I did also see there was another tournament that they ran with using Discord and stuff like that. And they know that we want the lobbies. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to like break our necks, at all to like make a tournament or anything like that, man. We need it. Go ahead, DZ.
Like, expansive 8-man, like just a simple 4-man lobby where 1 or 2 people can watch. I'm good with that. Because I understand like everybody's like, oh, okay, with 14 you can have like 12 people in there and all this. I don't need all that. I mean, it'd be nice to have all that, but we don't need all that. Like, I just want someone, at least one person, to be in the lobby with us to just watch the game, even if it's on a delay of like, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds or something like that. At least they can watch.
Yes.
Because 1, it makes running tournaments way easier. 2, it just makes, because we're in a point in time where social gatherings are just not a thing. For the most part. So it's like we're not going to have offline tournaments until God knows when. So people are shifting to online play, not only to just keep themselves sharp and playing the games, but also to be social. So it has a social aspect that's missing right now from the games that don't have lobbies.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But yeah, we need the lobbies. We need spec mode. Yeah, we need it. We really, really need it. It'll be absolutely, a godsend, if we can have that added and keep it going,
Lobby's poor favor.
Yes. Yeah. Lobby for lobbies, for real. I wanted to also talk about all the way up to now, man. How was y'all's like experience with the update until now? Did y'all notice an improvement in the rollback in the beta with the continued updates and patches in the new builds from Code Mystics? What was y'all's like experience up till now? Juno, would you like to share?
You mean from the first, the gradual increase with the patches you're talking about?
Yeah, up till now. Yeah. What did you notice?
The connection seemed to say like pretty good for the most part. It was just mostly the bugs and stuff that needed to be patched out in the desyncs. But as for like the connection and everything, like it's just good.
Cool. Yeah, I kind of noticed. The desyncs were kind of the desyncs were like happening less and less and less as the days kind of moved on and stuff like that, which was pretty good. Anyone else have any thoughts on how things feel now, or from the last time you played the rollback update?
Honestly, the only thing that I can really say, and hopefully everyone will agree on, is that Code Mystics, they're on top of their game.
Yes.
There's a bug, whatever case may be, right away you'll see an update. If you see like a mistake, they'll respond right away. That's what I like about Code Mystics. Something fucks up, they'll fix it right away, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
So they're very reliable, and I was very, very, very impressed with how fast and everything else was done.
Yeah, they'll even have like 2 builds in one day. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just want to point something out.
Go ahead.
When it comes to the connection, when you guys were talking about before, like 2 decent connections, but like it was still lagging, that from my experience, that can be a hardware issue.
Yes. That's a good
I've
point.
actually played this game on a really bad laptop, really old laptop before, and it actually, if it chugs, it actually affects the speed of the game.
Yeah, that's true. Now that I think
That's just
about it,
something to
yeah.
point out.
Because I was kind of wondering, maybe like should Code Mystics like add like some sort of like more details to the like minimum specs if people gonna be using rollback? Because I even noticed sometimes like some people's like FPS will like drop just a little bit, like to like maybe like 58, 59 or something like that.
And it'll just mess up everything. Yeah.
Yeah. They said that on Twitter that, you know, it's very like CPU intensive, you know. So I don't know, maybe they can add like some, you know, a notice like this rollback is gonna kind of work your processor a little bit. Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
We could also just get a console port, because so my assumption when I saw the ramblings of like, oh, there's an update for Steam to let the like a beta to run it at a 64-bit and things like that, and I'm like, usually when games get converted to 64-bit, it's usually the sign of either a major overhaul, which we got with the netcode edition, or sometimes a console port. It's sometimes both. Now, that's just me being optimistic, because don't get me wrong, PC for most games is like optimal. You get the best specs when things run well and everything like that. But when it comes to console, one, running a tournament offline, you know, whenever we can do that again. Running a tournament offline on a console is way easier than running it on a PC. Like, I mean, you guys are at Lunarbout, where for the most part it ran well on PC.
Boy.
It ran well for like 97% of the time. But that one match we had where we tried to run it on stream and then both of the sticks worked on the setup, but not at the same time.
Ooh.
And it was just like we had to take the match off stream because both of their controllers just wouldn't work at the same time, and it just got really annoying.
Wow.
So it's like, you know, when things that happen, that makes me think like, you know, a console port wouldn't really hurt this game that much, especially because it plays like an old school game. So I highly doubt that the input delay is going to be changed like dramatically by shifting it like that. It's not like a new game where like you know, 1 or 2 frames are going to be off when you compare the 2 versions. So, you know, I honestly think that will help a lot. Like, I know it's asking a lot. Like, I'm happy we got the rollback netcode in the first place. But if you want to just push the envelope a little further, especially to like keep people from lagging, because especially if you put it on console, then the only factor is their connections. Because I mean, aside from like, okay, some people have PS4, some people have PS4 Pro, but aside from that, for the most part, the way these games are run is identical from console to console. You don't have to worry about, oh man, well, I have my big PC rig, but there's other guys running it on a toaster, and then that just, you know, becomes a factor and messes up everything.
Okay, fair enough. I'm kind of wondering if the PS4 can, if the processor can handle the rollback.
They can,
because some people, you know, is still kind of struggling a little bit. I'm wondering if it's strong enough.
So PS4 for 97GM and for Garou is practically flawless. Like I've very rarely had like any kind of lag. Like the only time I had lag issues playing those games on the rollback netcode is like if their ping just suddenly spiked out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I know I played one guy where it was like 110, 120, and then we got the game started and it spiked to like 408, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? Right. So
yeah.
Aside from that,
but the thing is that those are like emulated, you know, titles.
They're emulated.
You know?
Yeah, they are.
And while, you know, 2K2UM, this is like the raw game.
and that's why I said it might take a little more Code Mystics magic to make it optimal.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. I honestly think it's possible.
Okay. Fair enough. Any other impressions on the rollback so far of today with all the new builds? Everybody's pretty much satisfied. No desyncs, nothing crazy.
Pretty satisfied with it myself. Just want to go ahead and say again, thank you, Code Mystics, for putting this netcode out and being as responsive as you were on Twitter. It was just very impressive. Like you guys said, 2 builds in one day, sometimes 3 builds within 2 days. Just the amount of work has just been incredible, to be honest. And I just really, really appreciate just how receptive you guys have been to all the feedback nonstop. Like every time there's been a desync issue, a bug, it's been patched in a matter of hours. That's incredible. That's just unprecedented, honestly.
Cool. All right, let's move forward, and why don't we talk about features that we would like in 02UM, you know, with the rollback, and you know, possibly, you know, 98UM FE. Aside from the lobbies and spec mode, what other things that y'all wish would kind of be added? You know,
probably for many of us, you know, a better way to, like, you know, practice, like, you know, punishes and stuff like that. The way how do you have a training dummy is beyond fucking confusing.
I think
like I saw it and I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not about that.
I think
I was just like
can I be honest about that? I think that's more of like SNK, you know, for them to change. I don't think Code Mixes can change the old ass like training mode. You know, I wish, you know, it could be changed too, Marco, but I think SNK has to change it all out themselves. You know,
I saw you struggling yesterday, Desmond, and I was like, poor thing.
oh no, I got it eventually, man. You know, I got it eventually. It's actually pretty easy to kind of switch back and forth, you know, now with one like controller or fight stick, you know, in command record. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's a little archaic, you know.
Yeah, I
gotta keep in mind
but if it's something about like the game and everything else, probably, like, you know, to be fair, probably like a rematch option.
Yeah,
like I want to play the same team, just press rematch. Just how it is when it comes to, like, you know, same show when it comes to KO14. You want to play the same team, rematch. But no, you have to go selection screen and then pick the same team again. It's like, okay, but that's about it. That's the only one thing I would change.
He's right, because man, one of my biggest gripes is I feel like moves are either extremely hard to punish or it's safe in this game, and I really wish I had a training option. Like, it would shut me up from complaining on Twitter that I can't punish certain moves. If there was like a proper dummy that I could like record for 10 seconds, have the dummy do this and let me punish it, I'll be happy. Because I feel like there's so much stuff in this game that because it's so fast paced and it's so like hit stun is kind of small. I feel like it's hard to moves that you would die for in 14 or 13 or any other KOF game is you can just do it here and it's it's fine, right? You're not gonna punish me. So Real's DP, you're not punishing that.
So you had trouble with command record in training mode, Rome, or did you not notice or figure it out?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Never mind. See,
it's not that obvious. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's not very obvious. It's a little cryptic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gotta go to the lab. My bad. Let me shut up, guys. Let me shut up. Huh?
I mean, you got to keep in mind that this game originally came out back in 2009.
Yeah,
so
it's old.
It's a little archaic compared to the features we had of fighting games. I want to say 2015 and later.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Even Melty Blood back then had a really good recording option, and that came out. What was that 2010?
I think I'm still in high school when that came out.
Anime games have pretty good recording functions, but but for KOF, that game 98UM FE or excuse me 98UM and FE, PS2 version and the Steam version, and 11, and maybe even just Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, I don't know, but yeah, those PS2 games, those record options are really archaic. Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad Alex K Dash told me of that trick that you can just use one controller in command record. But I think another feature I wouldn't mind is I was kind of expecting this from the jump. I was expecting that they would transfer the visual ping meter how it is in 97 GM and
I noticed that wasn't there.
Yeah. It's just
because it helps you gauge what what's the word I'm looking for? What rollback frames to set it to.
Yeah. You can see the little meter kind of fluctuating and stuff like that. I mean, we can see the ping numbers. I mean, but I think it had also the ping and the meter.
So the bars.
Those other ones.
So for a lot of people don't realize. When 97 GM first came out, that netcode was not rollback; it was actually delay. And then they added in. The game came out in April 2018, I want to say. And I want to say around that May June-ish area, they added the rollback netcode.
Yeah,
and and then that's when we got that bar that was able to tell you. So if you let's say somebody joined and they had I don't know 60 ping, then 2 or 3 of those bars would be lit up, and as their ping fluctuated, it would adjust. So you could if you wanted to set it to be maybe 1 bar higher than the maximum that they had as a buffer, you could it was a good visual cue because a lot of things that people do with these games that have rollback and adjustable input delay or even rollback frames is that they don't know where to set it exactly. So a lot of people just leave it where it is, and then they have a bad experience, or they put it too high or too low, and it just doesn't. It's a little awkward sometimes. I know other games like Dirt Strike Online did it, Skullgirls did it, et cetera, et cetera. And it's unless you know how rollback works, it's kind of hard to pick and choose where you want to put that.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good segue into the next question that kind of popped in my head is what are y'all's input delay and ping settings? For example, for me, 50 and 50 milliseconds and under, I usually go with 0. 50 to 100 milliseconds, I usually go to 1 frame of input delay, fixed. Just let you know, fixed. And then I will say 100 to maybe 150 or 160. I usually go to 2 frames, and then 160 millisecond to above. I go to 3. And after maybe 250 or something like that, if I really feel I think 220 or something is my threshold. I don't mess with 4 frames of input delay at all, but what are y'all's different settings per per ping with y'all input delay that y'all like. Kenshi, what about you? What do you like to mess with, man?
I keep mine at a solid 3 variable. Doesn't matter unless it's below 50. I just leave it at 3 variable because like I'm just used to it.
Okay.
It works. Like if it's not gonna hit that 3 threshold, then it's going to be lower, but it will never go above that 3 threshold. So
right.
I kind of just like I'll let the game decide between 0 and 3.
Okay. DZ, what do you like to use for your configuration?
So I usually take a look at the well, at least for O2UM when it was up. I usually look at the recommended because it tells you a recommendation like, oh, current ping suggests like whatever number of input delay, and I usually go one above just as a buffer, like because it happens even with wire connections. It happens where every now and then your connection might fluctuate a little bit, so your ping might. I mean, granted, when I say spike, I don't mean like in the triple digits or anything like that. But like, if your typical ping is like, 55 to 60, sometimes it might jump up to like 62 or 63. So just to kind of offset that, if it recommends 1, then I'll go to 2. If it recommends 0, I'll go with 1. I only really see myself going with 0 if like the ping is like 20 or less. If it's 20 or less, then it's like, all right, screw it, I'm just gonna put it on 0. But yeah, like anything higher, I just go one above what the game recommends to me.
Okay, fair enough. That sounds good. What about you, Rome?
So I just kind of do like if it's 30 and less, 30 and under, I do 0 to 1. Usually 1. If it's like 20 and under, I'll go for 0. 35 to like 80, I'll do 2. And then I haven't really played a lot of people with like over 150 ping.
Mm-hmm.
So from 80 to like I'd say 150, I would do 3 frames. But if I fought someone with 300, I would go to like, I think one person I fought, someone from Brazil, it was like 300 plus.
Damn.
And I played them at like 5 frames. It was terrible, dude. But I just wanted to,
I think that person was on like really bad net or something.
Yeah, it was. I knew the match was gonna be bad, but I was like, whatever, let's try it out. Like,
wow.
That was actually the worst experience I've had. But like, everyone else was fine. But I usually go for, like I said, those 3.
Okay.
But for the most part, I've been playing people. Most of my matches have been 80 and under, so I've just been on 2 frames.
Okay.
Usually, and that's been working out really well.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's crazy. You got 300 with someone in Brazil. I got like 150, 160, and it was good. But then I played another person, and it was horrible, man. I think they're on Wi-Fi. I can definitely like spot Wi-Fi users on rollback a mile away. Like if I see like the ping kind of steady at first, and then it like ramps up to like whichever like 3-digit number, and then it goes back down. Or if we play and it's like smooth for a little bit, like rollback frames are kind of okayish, and then it goes to like 30. And everything starts teleporting all over the place, looking like, oh man, like a slideshow, PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, that's when I know. Okay, this person's on Wi-Fi. Juno, what pings and input delays do you like to mess with when you play?
Man, I stayed on a solid 0 most of the time. I like to keep it at 0, but if it's above 100. And I guess like above 100, I'll go to like 1 or 2.
Okay.
But if it's below 100, I'll just keep it at 0.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay, that sounds good. How about you, Ninja Loops?
Okay, so I'm kind of with Juno on that same thing. I have my fix set between 0 to 1. Fixed. Anything above 1 uses rollback frames. I only ever adjust that between 0 and 2 with just one person. Otherwise, it's been phenomenal. So that's usually just what I set it to. Nice and simple.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Everybody has like their different like preferences and stuff like that. So anybody in the chat or in the comments on YouTube, feel free to share. What pings and input delays y'all usually like to mess with. I know a few of y'all know I played Sendo in Australia, man, and that was like 210, and I kept it at 3 frames of input delay, and yeah, it felt good. It felt good. Yeah, there was a little bit of little shakiness in some areas, but it was still very, very playable. We were able to do our combos and stuff like that. That's all that kind of matters, But yeah, that was phenomenal. That was really, really phenomenal. All right, so the next question is this is kind of a community question. So, how do y'all think the player base is going to kind of be when we're out of the beta for this particular test? Do y'all think more people are going to just start playing O2UM online? Do y'all think maybe it might kind of be steady, then might trail off, or maybe there might be a little spike here or there? What are y'all kind of predicting as far as the player base, once the rollback is out of the beta? And anybody can jump in and share their thoughts on this.
I'm thinking it's gonna spike for a little bit. It's gonna go up in players, just like it went up in players for the beta. But I think eventually, after the crowd that's not KOF players, realizes they don't really enjoy the game, or realizes it's not for them, or something like that, it'll slowly fall off. But I think overall, we're going to see a KOF game with the largest online player base that we've had since 14 PS4 or 13 PC. So I'm thinking it's gonna grow to better numbers just because of the rollback netcode. It's really playable. I mean, shit, it works really well.
Word. And any other thoughts? Oh, go ahead, Juno.
I don't think anywhere outside the US needs to worry about that, because I'm pretty sure globally KOF is probably the most played game online, or one of the most, when it comes to fighting games at least. But when it comes to the US scene, it's definitely gonna have a lot of more people joining up. But it's like what Kenji said, it's a fighting game. It always happens, new fighting games. Either a new fighting game or a returning fighting game. There's going to be a spike, and then there's going to be a drop off. But hopefully more people stick with it, because I play a lot of foreigners, but sometimes people struggle to get matches with US players. Oh. Yeah, you can talk. What's up?
My bad, my connection went out. It was kind of weird. I couldn't hear you keep talking. My bad. Continue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully people stick with it, and we get rollback for 98, because I know people in the US really like 98 a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I hope we can we play offline, when the madness rolls over and everything.
Okay.
Of the pandemic.
Okay. Cool. Well said. Any other thoughts from anybody about the player base? Any predictions?
Yeah, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go right ahead, Ron.
Okay. My bad. It was weird. He cut out for me, and I couldn't hear anything, so I thought he was done. So then I started to talk, but I don't know what happened there. But my bad, Juno. But I was gonna say, I'm gonna say this, and then I gotta run to work. I share the same thoughts that both these guys have, him and Kenshi. And I think there's going to be a good spike. I mean, we've been seeing people buy the game that don't play KOF, which is more than enough, right? I think anyone that was inspired to buy this game for the beta just because they heard rollback, that just goes to show you the power of rollback, where it's I've never played a KOF before, but this game's got a good netcode now, so I'm going to spend the money and I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get that a lot, and there's going to be a lot of players that are trying it out, that are, they're playing now. And but I think with every game, it's the new shine. You try it out. If you like it, you stick with it. If you don't, you don't. And I do think there's going to be people that are going to play and realize that, it's KOF, man. And this is KOF and Raw. This is a hard game. So you're going to be playing really strong players that haven't stopped playing KOF. They've always been playing, like Staz, always, Astro Soulspark. That guy lives on O2, even pre-rollback. So you're going to run into players like him, and you're going to get stomped out, and you're going to be like, I'm not playing this game anymore. It's going to happen. It happens with everything. But I do think that there will be enough new unique players to keep it feeling fresh, as well as the people like everyone on here. I know Kenshi, Denjin, Juno, and you too, Desmond. I know you guys, and DZ, I know you guys have been playing it, pre-rollback. So at least the people that have been supporting the game will be able to keep playing with a good netcode, know. And I think that's the most important thing. The people that have been here from the start, they'll be able to play more consistently. Even if, let's say, I don't want to jinx it, but let's say every new player stops playing it, right? Let's just say that. At least the people that were here before, and the KOF players like myself that maybe I didn't put as much time into it, but I will now because it's rollback. We're gonna be here. We're gonna keep playing the game. So at least our experience will be fine, even if, let's say, a lot of people that are new to it don't stick with it. So
right. Cool. Well said, man. Yeah, and a lot of people, they've been playing O2UM pre Xbox 360 port, playing on PS2 and stuff like that, and then when we got the 360 port, it's gonna get rollback. Oh no, it's just, it's some bad input delay. So yeah, I understand, man. I understand how you feel, man. Like a lot of people been playing this game for a while, man. It's a challenging game. People still struggle. I still struggle, even though I've been playing this game on and off for years. It's
a pretty jarring game to jump into, like, especially if you've never played like a KOF hardcore before.
Yeah.
Because most people started with like the 98s or even 13 and 14, but O2 was a little different because the game is fast. So the main complaint that I'm hearing from people that are relatively new to KOF or not that experienced with it is that they feel like they have to mash all their confirms. Like there's not enough hits done to like really sit there and be like, okay, I got this hit. I should go for this combo, or I got blocked. I should stop. And situations like that. So it's like when you hear things like that, I don't expect everyone to stick with the game, but the fact that people are trying it, that's all I really wanted from like the non hardcore KOF crowd. Like all the people that are just like, oh well, 13's too hard, I don't want to play it. Oh, 15's ugly, I don't want to play it. Whatever excuse they came up with, I'm like, okay, the game has rollback. You people, I don't want to sound pretentious, but like everybody, everybody like when offline tournaments went kaput, everybody jumped ship and ran to Skullgirls, they ran to Fighting Herds, they ran to Power Rangers, et cetera, et cetera. They ran to these games that have the good netcodes. So now that we have a game in the running for that, people are naturally giving KOF a shot. So I'm happy for that, regardless of how it turns out. Like Rome said, worst case scenario, which I kind of doubt will happen, but like absolute worst case, if everybody that's new to the game or decided to pick up the game is like, I'm not feeling it, I'm going to drop it. Hey, at least us hardcore folks got a good netcode out of it.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep going like we've been doing, and we'll be even happier than we were prior. But at the end of the day, I'm just really happy that even in the beta, like it's not even formally in the game yet, and then a bunch of people just picked it up and got into it. Like I'm seeing names that I never would have guessed jumping into the fray, and even some people that are KOF players, but they started with 13 and 14. They're just like, you know what? Let me give O2UM a shot because I can actually play it online and not get pissed off. And some of them are liking it, some aren't. Everything ain't for everybody, but at least they're giving it a shot.
Right. Well said, man.
Yeah.
Very, very well said. Go ahead, Juno.
I feel like O2UM is one of those games that you actually have to play a lot because of the speed. You kind of have to get more of a feel for it. You just gotta like it's almost like a Vampire Savior, like comparable with the speed. I'm pretty used to it, like because I used to play a lot of Marvel and Vampire Savior and all those Capcom games before. It's just one of those games you just gotta like grind out like tons and tons of matches, and you can learn you don't need max combos, but it's certainly good to have them with certain characters. And the fact that we had, like, that's why I was like clipping and stuff. I wasn't flexing. When all those clips I made, I was not flexing. I was clipping because I was like, holy crap, I can actually do this online now.
Yeah.
And I have proof.
Yeah. That's good though. That's really, really good that players are able to, do the combos that they want to do when playing online, whilst before people struggling, so that's always very, very, very good to hear, man. And the question I want to ask, and then there'll be another question before we head out, is what do y'all predict the competition level will be now with this rollback? So now more people can play each other now, and like more people can get more experience and stuff like that. Now we got like resources, we can watch all these videos, we got a wiki, we got people that can just like give good like feedback, man. How do y'all think the like competition level will be now, once this more people start catching on, and even just like now, like more people playing? What do y'all think it'll be?
I think it'll get fiercer, and the reason I say that is because, one, you've got new people coming in, so there's going to be new blood to worry about, because some people are just naturally adept fighters. They can take any fighting game they want, and then they'll be decent in a matter of days, if not hours. But then you also have the people who've been playing. They're going to be improving because they have hold on.
You looking at your notes?
Oh, what the hell happened?
His camera froze.
Come on. No. Come on.
It's okay. Go. Keep spitting, man.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Oh, damn. He completely left. Oh, shit. Damn.
Never mind.
Oh, shit. Damn. Is he on Wi-Fi?
No,
He's on delay-based netcode.
No, my Discord froze.
Okay. All right, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Good.
All right,
No,
cool.
I'm sorry. But no, like the people who've been playing for a while, now that they have a stable netcode to play on, they're going to be playing more, and they're going to be improving. So you also have to. So I just think that you're going to see some newcomers come out, and they might be people who've been playing forever, and you're going to see people who, two people who've been playing forever, but let's say one was a little better. They might be a little even when the other guy catches up. So I can't really predict as far as like who's going to be better than who now. It's just going to be a jumbled bag of players who are just trying to see how good they are.
Yeah.
Because even me, I'm learning things now because it's like, because how we all like, everybody does this in fighting games at one point or another. You have that one setup and you're just like, I don't think I'll land this in the match, or I don't know if this is possible because I can only play online or whatever the case may be. And then now that you have a clean netcode, you could just go and you could practice that setup or on someone, and it's like, oh, okay, this is actually legit. I can go to tournament offline when we can do that again, and I can just bust this out whenever I feel like it. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things land when the main game gets this.
Okay, cool, man. Well said. Really, really, really well said. I agree what you said. Even though you sounded like the lawnmower man and everything.
No, my laptop literally just it's installing like a bunch of updates since I had to restart, and that's why like it's taken a while to do it. Sorry.
Cool. But yeah, I understood what you said. Juno, yeah, how do you feel about this, man? How do you feel the competition will be? What's your prediction with that?
I think we're definitely gonna get more online tournaments, but I want people to play offline too. Like like I said before, when the madness blows over, if it ever does, I want to see more people playing this game offline, because I've always gotten KOF games in the past. Like I've imported KOF11, I've had 2006, all that, 98, but I never had anyone to play, even on the East Coast. I think it might have been just time and I got in late, but I just want there to be an increase in the offline play as well as the online.
Okay.
That's because we live in the U.S.
Okay. I think once all this crazy stuff with the pandemic subsides, whenever that will be, it might be a while. Yeah, like you said, I hope more people start playing. Because now it has, because of the rollback, there's not that many excuses anymore, and more people getting into it, and then they'll be a little more comfortable, with like building their local scenes, with the game, or adding it to their little repertoire or collection or rotation of games that people play in their local scenes and stuff like that. And yeah, man, hopefully we'll, maybe in a year or two, we can have a repeat of like when the Combo Breaker featured O2UM, in the tournament, and it was like 80 people and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was definitely a lot of fun. Dinjaloops, what do you think the competition level will start to increase after a while with the rollback?
I think it definitely will increase for a number of reasons. One, just like others in the chat have said before, those adept at fighting games might be able to pick this up, do something crazy. We'll probably have some really strong opponents in that alone. But there's also a new gauge of players that we can access now thanks to the really good rollback netcode. We have access technically worldwide. We can play with people from Mexico, we can play people from UK, we can play people from different parts of Europe. Strong KOF scenes all over the place that we can never had access to before. Now those gates are open. We have full access to it, so the competition in that regard will get stronger. In regards to like as the US goes, it really just depends on who wants to stick with it. There's been some new players who've been popping into it. A lot of them asking questions, working with you, Marco, Kenshi, others. Anyone who's been like streaming this game, I'm sure you guys have been receiving a lot of questions on like how to improve their game. And those are the people right there who will definitely further improve the competition. Like you said, we have a bunch of access now. The Dream Cancel wiki is flooded with information, match videos, Gil stole my right in Frank Frost's Discord, the Dream Cancel Discord, all sorts of that stuff is popping right now. And anyone who wants to stick with it, I say give it a couple months time. If people really wants to stick with it, we're going to see some good, very fierce competition. Very fierce competition.
Cool. Well said, man. Yeah, I agree with all y'all, man. I think things are going to get fierce, really, really fierce, man. People are going to just, start learning the game pretty fast or at their own rate. Hopefully, we'll have a good balance of different levels, new players and then intermediates and advanced players and stuff like that. Maybe more, a little less, considering, like some people said, there's people that have been playing this game for a very, very long time. And even if they may not be super experts, they can still kind of, hang pretty well with the really good players and kind of give like new players a bit of like an overwhelming experience. So hopefully, we'll get some more new players. We'll see about that. But yeah, it's a challenging game. It's a hardcore game. It's a hardcore fighting game for fighting game players and fans and stuff like that. So I know it caters to them and other fighting game players as well that want just like a different cup of tea. My last question is, what game do y'all think is next to get the rollback blessing from Cold Mystic? Some people are saying 98 UMFE is next. Some people are saying maybe a different game is next. Some people want a different game. What do y'all think? What are y'all predictions, man? Y'all go ahead and blurt it out, man, in the chat, in the comments. One of y'all, what do y'all think?
I would really appreciate if SNK announced that Code Mystics was doing rollback netcode for KOF15. That would be that's my prediction. That would be like the next best move after seeing like the positive reception of 2002's rollback netcode. Is like, wow, this is actually something we should definitely invest in. And I think that would be the thing that they should do next would be saying, like, we're not going to get the game this year. Like, we already know that. But if you, like, announce that, I already know that a lot of us are just going to put our pre-orders down just because of that.
Yeah. I feel like, after seeing Sam show and everything, I feel like people are starting to actually get fed up. And then after all these people trying out O2UM, like, I think they're just not gonna tolerate it anymore. It's rollback or nothing,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I kind of feel that way.
Nope.
I said to myself, like, I'm not buying any more new fighting games unless there's rollback. I don't want to go online, practice stuff, go online, and feel like I'm not learning anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Digin, you got a prediction? What do you think's next, man?
All right, so here's how I feel about it. Logically, I have a feeling that 98 FE is definitely next, if and only if they give the okay to do so. Because Code Mystics has worked on this one. They also did the netcode for 98 FE. As far if I'm someone correct me if I'm wrong. So they'll basically have knowledge of what they were working on to get in there and be able to adjust what they did with O2M in 98 FE. So that would logically make sense. But I also agree with Kenshi. If they really want to make some waves here, especially with the reception of O2UM, rollback for KOF15. Do it, but take your time with it. Announce that direction. Right now, Japanese developers have started to hear the wave about rollback. That's why we're seeing stuff like Arxis with Guilty Gear Strive going to do rollback netcode now. Hopefully it's going to be good. But as we can see with Code Mystics doing a phenomenal job with O2UM, I could totally see them, getting a hands-on with something like that. I would like to hope so anyway.
Okay, cool. Fair
I
enough.
definitely think it's 98.
I feel that's logically, I'm kind of sensing that too. Like I'm kind of even guessing maybe they worked on, O2UM and 98UM in tandem, and maybe just picked 2K2UM to go forward. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. What do you think?
They're trying to spread out the hype.
Yeah. Me too. I definitely think so too. Which is a good idea. DZ, what do you think? What do you think's next, man?
I think 98's next. I think 98 FE is next.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion. I do agree with everyone else. Like I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, please be working on 15 as well. Let SNK make the game, and then they're just like, hey guys, we just made this awesome game. Make a netcode for it. It just just shoves it across the table and Code Mystics.
Yeah.
But it makes the most sense because all the other popular games that aren't KOF 14 or 13 have rollback at this point. Like 97 has it, O2UM is getting it, Garo has it, Last Blade has it. So I think most of the Code Mystics ports, unless most of them have it. So I think 98 FE is the last major game that they did that doesn't have it yet.
Yeah.
I know I'm hearing the outcries of they need to add it to 14 and 13. And it's like, I don't think they can because they didn't originally work on those netcodes. I think that was in-house with SNK. So not only that, but I think those games would have to be not gutted, but the netcode that they have on those currently would have to just be completely gutted and reworked. And I think that would take a lot of time and resources. So I think the easiest thing to do would be to retroactively add it to games that are already out, and then any new games that potentially come out. SNK, I see SNK possibly letting them do it for their newer games, but stuff that's not out yet at this point.
Right.
But yeah, I think next in line is 98. After that, who knows?
Okay. Cool. Fair enough. On my side, man, I wish they had the time and resources to put it in all the games that's out, man. Even if they have to just rip out the old netcode and retrofit it to 13 or 14, man. I even think the new Sam show needs the rollback too, man. They need it, man.
Sam needs a miracle.
I know, man. I my heart goes out to the Sam show community, man. The new Sam show games, to let people know, because they need it. They really need it. I even wish if there's some sort of way that they can even port 11, like King of Fighters 11. There's people that play that game, people that love King of Fighters 11. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah. I definitely think like y'all said. I think the next game that's logically out realistically is 98 UMFE. That might be a next couple of months. So yeah, I hope. I'm crossing my fingers, and that will be a beautiful day. Once we we'll see. What you sticking up, Kenshi? What's that? Let me see.
That's 12.
What you got?
Yeah,
What you got? Oh,
Oh my god.
There was a
Oh,
KOF 12.
shit.
That's news to me.
yo, oh man, what the? You got
I thought
KOF?
we went 11 straight to 13.
Oh shit! Wow,
It's the instruction booklet for
he got
KOF.
12, man. Yo, all right. Let's.
Embarrassed to have that game.
I have it too. I have the strategy guide too. All right. This is just a fun question to ask, and then we're gonna wrap up, man. All right, this is just like a fantasy hypothetical. All right, what if 12 got a freaking like retrofitted rollback patch? Man, would y'all play it, man? Would y'all play it?
I'm gonna interrupt right. I'm gonna interrupt right now and just say I'm gonna take your asses to space with Kim. That's all.
Wait a second, doesn't that game have like 3v3 online?
It does have It does have lobbies. It does have lobbies. As far as party battle mode, I don't think so. But I remember it having lobbies and spectator mode, and then it got removed for 13 because I think maybe they just had too much issue using it. but yeah, it did have lobbies.
I remember it having 3v3 mode.
I would try it, and then I'd probably get pissed at like my first match and be like, all right, I'm not playing this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, but I would honestly, if buying it would support Code Mystics SNK, I would buy the port, and I'd probably play it when I was drunk. But I don't see myself doing it otherwise.
You know, if that were to happen, the perfect day of release would be on like April Fools or whatever, man. People like, what?
No.
Like, what?
Look, there's two KOF games that generally, I'm not gonna say definitely, because there's some people that love these games. There's two games that generally are just like people consider like, okay, these are the worst games, and that's 01 and 12. We just, I don't know what happened. They just dropped them. 2003 was but I could play it and not want to throw my controller across the room. But yeah, but not you.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, y'all. Why don't we do some shout outs, man, and wrap up this episode. So shout outs, DZ. Why don't we start with DZ? You got any shout outs, bro?
Yeah, shout outs to everybody who participated in this beta. I'm pretty sure that Code Mystics has like so much information to go off of to refine and you know, get it right when they finally add it to the main game. So even if you just caught O2UM on a sale and like went online and did like one match during the beta, you helped. So I just want to thank everybody who you know, got together and helped test this new netcode. Also, shout out to community at large, Dream Cancel, Kickbox, my team. That's all I got, really. I'm just thankful that people gave it a shot and you know, helped Code Mystics select that information.
Cool. Sounds good. Engine Loops, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to throw to the peoples?
Yeah, I'll try to make it quick. I got like a list of like 20 people. I'm gonna try to like narrow this as quick as I can. All right, speed run time. All right, I just want to go ahead and shout out Frank Frost and Gil Stole My Ride for the 2002UM Discord, all the work they've done with that. I want to thank you, Desmond, for all the work you've continuously done with the Dream Cancel Discord. I want to give a shout out to everyone. I have no name specifically because there's been a lot of people who've been cleaning up the Shoryuken wiki with all sorts of new O2UM information and also increasing a lot of information volume on the Dream Cancel wiki.
Yeah, I want to. Can I'm going to interrupt you, man. I will say that wiki, we've been working on that wiki for 10 years, man, and it has so much like really like had good info and like kind of bad info at the same time. So yeah, I thank you so much for noticing that, Dinjin.
They've done a great job for sure. I also want to, of course, thank Code Mystics for the outstanding amount of work they've done for the O2UM netcode. I look forward to the full release and all the future endeavors they have with their product. I also want to go ahead and thank Rome, Marco, and everyone else involved who was running that O2UM tournament this past weekend. That was a lot of fun. I'm very excited for more O2UM tournaments in the future. I hope maybe we will get maybe spectator lobbies, etc. That if we don't, we do have a method, so that's fantastic. I look forward to that, and I appreciate all the opponents and everyone who joined. And of course, I want to thank you guys as well. Kenshi for always being the bro and rival he's always has been. Desmond for having me. All the great work you've done. DZ, cool guy. I don't get to talk to you enough. Great to have you here too. And Juno,
Hi.
and Juno, you're one crazy some bitch with O2UM. I want to run into the set soon. So thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, Juno. Why don't you give some shout outs?
I'll give a shout out to I guess Deadly Rave Neo, Rashikel, who else? Marco Polo, and I guess whoever else I played during the beta and helped me out. And of course, yeah, definitely you, Desmond. You've done a great job on Dream Cancel and organizing everything and streaming. I think you're definitely one of my favorite event organizers / Discord owner, admin, etc.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Just keep doing a good job. And that's all I gotta say.
Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, that means a lot. Thank you. Did we get to you, Kenshi?
No.
All right, go ahead.
Shout outs to Matador for letting us stay at his place for the weekend when we were down in Vegas. Shout outs to Arturo Sanchez for rating me for 2002 UM with 100 some people. That was pretty sick. I was not expecting that. And that was like on my worst night ever. So it like really kind of made my night. So shout outs to everyone, continuing to support KOF and, O2 and all those great games. Shout outs to Kaiser Wave trying to give away more codes by entering his own giveaway. That's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah.
There's so many people that I want to shout out, but a lot of them were already mentioned. So it's just like shout outs to Denjin for covering 90% of everything I wanted to talk about with that.
You're welcome, homie.
But yeah, no, thank you for continuing to do these podcasts. I know it's been a minute. I know it was kind of like weird to get it set up at first, but
yeah,
we got Robo DZ. Shout outs to him.
Shout outs to Robo DZ. That's the best, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, my computer's garbage. I'm gonna be honest.
But seriously, shout outs to Code Mystics because like I cannot express how much of a dream come true it was to actually be able to play KOF2002UM online and enjoy it. Like with anyone, like I used to have a small circle that I could play with, but it was nowhere near as vast as it is now, and it's just like, wow. Now I see where I'm at and I see where I need to work on. So it's like kind of nice to have like an old KOF that there's a lot of killers in to go back to. Yeah. So I'm like really happy about that. Cause like I was getting kind of up there, I got top 4 at Lunar Belt for KOF14. I was getting kind of cocky there, but it's nice to go back to O2 and be humbled again. So.
Okay. Oh, that's a really good thing to realize, man. That's good. Some people don't have that level of awareness as you do when it comes to their ego and checking themselves and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really, really good. Some people just like, I don't give a damn, man. I don't, Oh man. So yeah, that's good, man. That's very, very good. So, I would say shout outs on my end. Yeah, shout outs to all y'all. I really appreciate all the work y'all do, man. From streaming, playing the game, letting people know, through many different platforms and stuff, word of mouth, talking to people on the street, in various places. thank y'all so much, man. It's really dope, man. Just keep playing the game, keep learning the game. It's beautiful. I'm just glad that we're able to have this show about the rollback, man. Because like, you know, I don't want to say I didn't think it was possible, but I thought it was going to be very far in the horizon, you know. So I'm glad that it's like, you know, a reality, you know. But yeah, why don't we go back to the we just give a shout out. So yeah, as of right now, there is a 32-bit version of the beta. It's going to start tomorrow. Was it the 16th of October at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 12 Central. Definitely check it out. 64-bit players or people that use 64-bit computers can use those as well, and it's for a week, so go ahead and get it in. A lot of people's kind of like not sure what's going on. They're like, oh man, I missed the beta, oh my god. It's extended, sort of. So definitely check it out. Definitely check it out, man, and stream the game, make content about it. Just go ahead and just play as much as you want. Let Code Mystics know of any sort of bugs or anything that you run into, because they listen, you know, they respond back. They're very like caring on an individual level. Like there'll be one little person says, oh man, I got a crash, and they're like, all right man, let's see your configuration files, you know. Like they treat people like individual people special, you know. So that's good, and it's very rare, you know, when it comes to developers and stuff like that. You know, they don't take the time to, you know, treat people on a case by case, like one-on-one basis when it comes to like troubleshooting and stuff like that. So big props to Code Mystics. But yeah, man, go ahead and become a Patreon member to support Dream Cancel. Visit our Discord, and we have links to other Discords as well. We're gonna also, in the description section of this video on YouTube, link the O2UM Discord and the wiki. So go ahead and check it out in the description section on YouTube, and be sure to, you know, get a Dream Cancel t-shirt, dreamcancel.com/shop, to support Dream Cancel. And when is this game come? What's up with this? What's up with King of Fighters 15? We gotta wait. So, but in the meantime, we got O2UM Rollback, and hopefully much more. So yo, I want to thank all y'all for watching. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And this is just the start of many focused O2UM discussions. We're going to have maybe a more in-depth gameplay discussion in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. If you really want to learn how to play the game, and we're going to go deep. We're going to go really deep in O2UM in the next episode. So again, stay tuned. Thank you so much. Give this episode a like. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, on Twitter. Feel free to give us a follow. And on Twitch, feel free to give us a follow. Thank you so much. And this concludes another installment of the Dream Council podcast. My name is Desmond, the administrator of DreamCouncil.com. And until next time, keep playing, keep learning, and have fun.